Hey, how's it going? In this video, we're going to walk through how you can use ChatGPT to create viral TikTok videos as well as viral organic TikTok content by breaking down your competitors' ads, turning them into something entirely new, and injecting your brand voice, your offers, your tone, etc. All right, so let's hop right into the video. And by the way, I haven't really seen anyone do it like this, so I hope this is helpful. And my name's Peter, $8 million in ad spend. We're starting to implement this for a few brands, and so far it's going quite well. So let's hop into the strategy. So first and foremost, I actually already put all this stuff into ChatGPT, so you won't have to watch me for like 20 minutes typing in things and waiting for prompts. So I'm just gonna walk through what I just did like a minute ago. But by the way, this is all based off the concept from Virgil Abloh, which is an existing object or idea only needs to be altered by only 3% to become something new. And if you're not familiar with who Virgil Abloh is, he's one of the greatest menswear designers of our era. He was the head menswear designer for, I believe it was Louis Vuitton. And of course he owned Off-White. He did collabs with IKEA. He did presentations at Harvard architecture school. I mean, he's a huge influence and a huge creative. And so the idea that you just need a little spin on something to make it new is really the best way at the moment to use ChatGPT. Cool? So let's hop into the strategy. So what this looks like is we're going to identify our competitors' ads. Then we're going to turn those videos into a script, analyze that script, build out inspired versions from it, and then insert our USPs, brand voice, and offers, and then we're going to manually fine tune it and ultimately create the video based off these scripts. So let's hop right in. So first and foremost, we need data to feed it, right? And what we're going to do for this is we're just going to make believe we own a men's soap brand that's targeting kind of hippies. It's kind of like a hippie men's soap brand, bar soap, right? And so for this make-believe brand, we're going to find some of our competitors' ads. So I put in hand soap for this, but it's literally all men's soap. So I put in, like, again, we could put in men's soap. And of course, spit out some of the top men's soap ads. And then like wherever you're living or wherever you're targeting, and then put in whatever your objective is. So of course we're going for purchases. So we're going to put in conversions. We always want to, take the top 1 to 40% of likes, and then the last 30 days as well. And again, this is just the TikTok Creative Center. It's free. You can just look at competitors' ads. The second tool we need is called TikTok Ads Video Downloader. It's free again. It just puts this little button over videos so you can download them. The next step is we're just going to identify the top performing ads, and we're going to download them. Cool? And you can do as many as you want. For the sake of this video, I'm just going to be downloading and analyzing 2 videos, but you could do like 3, 4, 5, 6 of the top ads and analyze those. Cool? So that one actually doesn't have a lot of likes, so I'm going to go try to find another one with a couple more likes. Okay, this one's a bit better, about 807 likes. Maybe one more and we'll see. There we go, 1,000 likes, that's great. So let's see what the conversions are. Top 15%. Cool. So next step, we're just downloading the video. Again, I already downloaded 2 soap videos. After you download your videos, you're just gonna go into a tool like Happy Scribe or literally any tool that takes a video and turns it into text. There's a billion free ones online. Just look up video to text. I uploaded 2 videos. Again, here's one video uploaded. Here's another one just from like a soap brand. And then it just turns it into text. Of course, you could text check it, but I didn't really do any of that. And so you can just see what the video text looks like. Cool. And so that's all we're doing. So the next step of what we actually did here, and I'll skip back up to the top. So all I did here was I just said, this is a script from a TikTok ad promoting men's bar soap. It performed in the top 3% of purchase conversion ads. There's the script, copied and paste. And then I said the same thing here, but this script performed in the top 9%. And then I pasted the script. And then I said, why did the first script perform better? So this isn't even part of the tutorial of this video, but you can actually have it analyze the script and kind of see why it thinks it performed better, which is quite cool. And it gave a lot of good reasons. So it said like the first script used more specific and concrete language, and it used specific examples, includes testimonials, more personal and emotional like language. And then also the first script includes a call to action. So I identified a bit of a call to action, which I think is quite interesting. so that there's like a call to action in the script at all. So I think, yeah, that's really quite cool that I can identify that. Again, this isn't a part of the video, but ChatAI actually did a good job of analyzing like why one probably did better than the other, right? So I found that to be quite interesting. But the real question is, we can actually just have it create a couple scripts based off those, right? So I took both the scripts, right? And I gave it both the scripts. And again, you can just use as many as you want. And I just told it to create 5 more scripts based off of these 2. And so what it did here is it just innovated and added 5 new scripts, right? So now what it's doing is mixing and matching the language, you know, all that kind of thing. So like, want to up your scent game, these luxurious soaps will do the trick. Packed with natural ingredients like pine and cedar that will leave you smelling irresistible. So it keeps the same tone, it keeps the same verbiage, and it just gives you a bunch of options. So it's kind of doing that. It's not quite at that 3% of innovation, but it's really mixing them around. So it's giving you 5 scripts that are quite similar, right? So that's a really cool part of it. Next is I'm just going to expand the scripts, because the original scripts I gave it were more like 30 to 20 seconds. I just told it to, hey, take these and turn them into 30 seconds. For TikTok, you could do 15 seconds, 30 seconds, a minute, however long you want the video to be, you can tell it to be that long. You could also put it into text form, so don't use more than 300 words, right? So then I have it made, turn these scripts into 30-second ads, right? Cool. So the next thing I did is make a chart with these scripts, but add in another column, and in that column add a headline up to 10 words based on each script. So now we have the innovated scripts with headlines and made off those innovative scripts, right? And for some reason it only did 2, but we still have 2 scripts. So we're just gonna be running with that, cool? So now, at this point, what we've done is we've identified competitor ads, we've turned those videos into scripts, we've analyzed the script, we've built 5 versions so far. So next we have to insert brand voice, USPs, offers, etc. So at this point we have a good base, but we have to add that 3%, we have to make it our own. So for like our hippie brand, we're gonna add in the scents we're using for this soap, our offer, and some of our lingo, or the words that people use to identify our brand as. And of course, as a brand, your voice is going to be recognizable based off the phrases you use, the tone in which you say those words in, and of course your unique selling propositions. So like, what are the new things you say about your product? Is it recycled? Is it donate to charity? Whatever it may be, right? So in this example, I just said, hey, take the first 2 scripts in the headlines in the chart, make a new chart, but change the scripts, adding in phrases like super clean, exfoliating, sandalwood oud, and 100% recycled packaging. And then add in a call to action at the end of each script, get 10% of your first order. So now I'm telling it, hey, maybe our make-believe hippie soap brand uses the words super clean, exfoliating, sandalwood, oud, 100% recycled packaging, and maybe these are the words and USPs, unique selling propositions, that are associated with our brand. So we're essentially asking it to insert these into the script. And so it did. So now it mentions the recycled packaging, it has the USP, it added in this word luxurious quite a few more times, because sandalwood and oud are normally associated with luxurious, so we'd actually have to get that out of there, right, if we're going for more of the hippie look, etc. Then in the next selection here, I said make these sound more hippie. So again, if your brand has a luxurious tone, or a cowboy tone, or a robotic tone, or you could even say a 20-year-old girl from LA tone, right? We could even go in that route. It will do it. So then I had it give it more of a hippie tone. So now it's talking more about the chemicals, natural, nourishing, harmony with nature, right? It's a little, all the tones it uses are gonna be kind of a little literal, and like, you know, just a little bit of like pop culture-y, but it's still a good start. It even added in a discount code for our 10% CTA. Use the code hippie, namaste. Like, it's just so funny, right? And again, you could do this with any tone that you want, right? And then of course we said, so now turn these into a table with another column for headlines, make the headlines no longer than 12 words. So we just reorganized it in the table. But now we could say, hey, do what you just did, but take out the word luxurious and add in more hippie words. So now we're just going to have it take out the word luxurious in a lot of these because it uses luxurious in this script, and we're just going to add in like more and more hippie words. So now we get like the mother nature, rejuvenated, right? It's quite funny. So now, yeah, we're just pushing more and more in that direction. Divine soaps. So this is kind of how you're going to edit and get the scripts to their final state. So you could continue to add more of your keywords, your USPs, your descriptions. You could add in more offers. You could add in more tonality. Right, so now we're actually gonna have a more skater inspired tone. Right, so it just keeps changing it and changing it. So at this point, like for example, let's say we were pretty happy with these are pretty much where we want it. We could simply just be like, hey, take these scripts, maybe we want to condense them to 20 seconds and make 3 more like them. So then we could just kind of take the new iterations we have and make even more iterations, and also condense them because maybe I want this video to be a bit shorter. And after it goes through, now it went in this full skater tone, but that's fine. We'll just continue with it. Right, so now we're going to condense the tone, and then we're going to add in more versions and more versions. And again, we could turn it into a new table and then add in our headlines, and then we could ultimately use that. So there's a lot you can do here. There's a lot you can play around with, but ultimately, this is probably the best way to go about making ad angles in this day and age quickly and effectively. So let's run through the process one more time. We're going to identify competitors via our ads using the TikTok Creative Marketplace and the Chrome add-on, the TikTok Ads video downloader tool. Then we're going to upload that to a video to script tool. I just used Happy Scribe. There's a bunch of them. Doesn't really matter. Then we're going to use that script and analyze it and say, hey, why did this video perform better than this video, which performed better than this video, right? And we can actually give it the text and analyze why this text may have performed better, which is quite cool. Then we're going to have it build more versions out of it, right? So we're going to say, hey, make 5 versions of these two scripts. Then we're going to tell it to insert specific words, unique selling propositions, phrases, etc. that are associated with the brand, and even tell it what voice to use. And then we're going to actually tell it to use a specific offer, right? And then ultimately, like once we had our final scripts, so if we were like happy with all these, then we could go ahead, take them, and then just manually change them. But these are really good starts, and we could have it make headlines with all of these and put it back in a table, etc. So I hope this video helps. I think this is a really good way to get the creative process going, and honestly, you could probably end up with, I think, some really high quality scripts that are viral quality by doing this. We're already testing it with some of the brands we're working with, and they're seeing good results. So I would definitely try it out for yourself, all right? Hope this video helps. Hope you find it useful, and let me know how your scripts turn out.